Hey, what's good? It's your boy Yusuf Yuzzifu. Welcome back to Ratchet Today, the official after show for the Fashionaires of Atlanta, Season 2. So stay ratchet tuned. This season is filled with snips and splits, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. Absolutely.
Boy, if you don't get
conversation each episode, chat live during the premiere in the live chat feature on YouTube, and leave a comment below for the chance to receive a shout out on the next week's episode. Subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell for update.
What's good? Welcome back to Ratchet Today, the official after show for the Fashionaires of Atlanta, Season 2. It's your boy Yusuf Yuzzifu. We're about to get to the bottom of this today. I am here with one of the official cast members of Season 2 for the Fashionaires of Atlanta, Drew Paisley from drewtique.com. How you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself? It's good to be here.
Absolutely. It sure is. I want to ask you so many questions because there's a lot of events I've seen you at, some events that I didn't catch you at. I want to know what's good with that, and I also want to know who you've been beefing with and why.
So, I don't know. So much have happened this season. It's like one minute you're cool with one person, next minute you're not. It's like, It's just a mess.
Back and forth. So do you think that you can actually have any real friends? Do you have any real friends with some of the other castmates?
I thought I did, but no.
Damn.
I thought I did, but no.
Okay. Well, how does it feel, like, you know, in a lane of your own? Because I know you do the merchandising and stuff like that with your website. Yeah. And then you're around other people who are designers and stylists and stuff like that. Do you feel intimidated, or you're in your own lane? I
don't want to say intimidated. I mean, when I first got around the group, I thought we were all here to, like, help each other. But when I got here first, I felt like it was just, you know, because I was the youngest one, I feel like I was the odd one out of the group. Yeah. So I feel like everybody kept throwing shade. You know, he doesn't know anything about fashion. He's just here too. So I don't know. I just felt the whole experience was a lot for me. I would say.
Well, do you think it was like an initiation process? They was just trying to like haze you in because you are the baby of the cast,
I'm not
or was it really some ratchet shit going on?
I'm not sure they're trying to haze me. Like, I don't know y'all. Y'all don't know me. It's like I've never been in a situation where it's like, okay, I have to be on defense mode all the time. It's like, what's the problem? Okay. Like, what is the problem?
Well, is there any of them that you could actually trust that you probably would like do business with outside of the show, or is it like business only?
That's a good question. I thought so. I thought it was somebody in the group that I could do business with and trust, but you're gonna, after you watch it, you're gonna see why. You're gonna see it. Yeah.
Well, I did see one of those events. I believe it was the all-white event. Was that you out there buck wild in the street getting buck ratchet, or was that somebody else? Because I'm confused.
Don't put your hand down. Don't put your hand down. Put your hand down. Don't put your hand down. No, like I said, like I motherfucking said, Kiki, you start a lot of shit. Yes, you do. Yes, the fuck you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, the fuck you do. You do, Cece. You do. You start now.
I wasn't getting ratchet. You know, I got into it with somebody. You know, it was an argument with somebody, but I wouldn't say I didn't know. But I did get in an argument with somebody.
And that was at the all-white party?
Yes, yes.
Now, what about the Dine to the Nines event? You were a little upset that evening as well. I'm just wondering.
You always see me upset. I don't know. You always see me, every time we have like a sit down, you're always there to the bad part of Drew. I don't know. You know, something happened at the 9 to 9 too, and I act out a character right there too, and I don't know. I've been having, you know, this whole process. I would say this whole Fashionaire shit, this whole Season 2. I've been in counseling. I will say that. I had to go see my first therapy session was this weekend. I had to go see somebody.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Well, don't be ashamed. It was draining. Don't be ashamed. Get help if you need it.
It was draining. I will say that. It was fucking draining.
Well, how's that coming along? Do you feel better now after having some sessions?
I just had one session. I just had my first session yesterday.
So we don't know yet. The jury is still out on that.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure that part out.
Well, I hope you find the healing you do so require.
I hope so too. I hope so too. Before the fucking reunion knows.
Okay. Yeah, because we're gonna have to get to the bottom of some shit by then. Because if you're gonna have, well, really, I don't know. Because really, that's going to add to it. You know, it's a lot going on. So part of it is to get to the bottom of these different conflicts. So, you know, you just got to take it with a string. And it takes a certain type of person to be able to deal and interact with those type of people and get done what you got to, you know, you got to handle business. So is there any body, who do you feel like is your arch nemesis on the show, or they better watch out for Drew because Drewtique is stepping all over their ass if they come over here?
I don't feel like I need to watch out. They might need to watch out for me. I don't feel like I need to watch out for anybody.
Who?
But so with that question being said, I guess the hater stuff, I feel like since I've started this, I feel like there's been one person who's just been poking and poking and poking, and that's Messy Makisha. You might know him as Nico, Miko, whatever the fuck you want to call him. That I feel like he's just been poking there since I've got here. The first shit, as soon as the first time we all got together, I feel like since that moment he's just been on and on, just at it with me for some reason. I'm not sure what his problem is with me, but that's how I feel personally.
Well, do you think that maybe he's intimidated by you? Do you do the same things that he does?
No, not at all. I'm not. First of all, I'm not messy. I might be a little bit bitchy sometimes, but I'm not messy. Miko is very messy. He's very messy. Oh. Okay, and that's not me. He's very messy, and that's not me.
We're gonna have to talk to Nico about that. Is Nico or Miko?
I don't care.
Because I know there is a
Lico, I don't care. I call him Messy Makisha.
Oh, okay. Well, Messy Makisha, you need to leave Drew the hell alone.
You really do.
We're gonna have to talk about that. Because I did see some clips to where he was having beef with other people as well. So I'm not sure if he's getting along with the cast or whatever that is. So I can't wait to meet him as well. But this is all about you. It's all about Drew Paisley and the Drewtique. Tell me a little bit about yourself and your brand, and what are some of your goals with being a part of the cast of Fashionaires?
But you know, when I first decided to join the Fashionaire cast, I did my audition and all that. I had just moved. I had just literally moved down. It was like a month since I had moved down here, and I came down here to expand my brand, bring Drewtique down here because I had started like a year ago, and I came down here to really expand it, get more clients and stuff. And I think throughout the whole process, I mean, being down here, I guess with the show and all that, I felt like I lost that because it was just so much going on. I don't know. I'm not even sure if I want to continue doing this. That's the point where I'm at right now. It was just
doing what? Fashion?
All of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, this is my last month in Atlanta. I decided to move.
Damn, that's deep. And why did you decide to move? Do you feel like your heart is calling you somewhere else, or do you feel like you're just over Atlanta and its culture?
I feel like since I've moved down here, it's just been one thing after the next. It's been a lot on me, like a lot personally. It's been a lot. So I decided, I think, take myself from the situation.
And where would you go? Like, would you go back home to people that you know and love, or would you want to go try something new? Because it's going to be hard everywhere you go.
I know it's going to be hard. I feel like I just need to breathe there. Like, I just need to go. So I decided to just move back home for a little bit, just see what's going on, just to figure things out.
Well, I mean, I hate to see you go, but I also never want to hold someone back from where they feel like their heart is calling them. But, it just seems like it's a good fit for you. I just feel like maybe like after another couple seasons, you'll start to grow, you'll start to develop, your brand will expand. I mean, I see so many bright things for Drewtique, and I believe in it. So it kind of just makes me wish that you would just like stick it out, but you also can't force someone to be somewhere where they don't want to be. So if you got to move, then you got to move. But that was very deep, and don't let something affect you like that. You know what I'm saying? When you're doing something, you're trying to get ahead, you don't want it to affect you so bad to where you can't even do what it is that you came to do. So, maybe you'll come back, or maybe you won't leave. I don't know. Don't leave, Drew. Everybody hashtag don't leave, Drew. This is some bullshit. So, what are some tell us a little bit about your site and about how you go about getting your pieces and how people can find them.
Okay, so since I started the whole fashion thing for Drewtique, since I came up with the brand, the business, all of it, so I have been I partnered with some designers and stuff like back in China, Japan and stuff, and they basically my ideas that I have in my head. So if I see something that I like and I want to recreate this stuff, like change the color, change the fabric pattern or something like that.
That sounds like Drew Nova. Fashion Nova do the same shit.
I will basically talk to them and then tell them what I have in my head, and then they'll do the whole scratch thing and then put it all together. And then send me samples so I'm going to look at it and test, make sure it is what I want for them to make it. But that's basically how I do the whole background part of that.
Okay, so that's like a custom curator.
Right, and then after they do that, they send it to me. I kind of tell them I need this much of this. I put it on my website. People can, it's drewtique.com. They go on there, they order the order. As soon as they order, I get to me. I go to my Gmail and whatever. I ship it up within 2 days. So that's just the whole process of me, what I normally do for mine.
That's what's up. So do you feel like, you are where you belong? Like, when do you feel like okay, you know how sometimes we go through things and it's a reason in the season. Do you feel like you were still a part of your real destiny path by joining the cast of Fashionaires of Atlanta?
You know, everything's a learning experience. There was some good moments. I will say there was some good moments. I met some really nice people along the way. Without the shade and all, there was some good people. I will say that, because when I first started, you know, Jay and I were super close, and I thought that we were like, I'm not sure, because when we first started, we were like really close. We were really getting to know each other. Which was the first person that actually came to me and sit down with me the first time we met each other, and I just felt like somewhere in between, after the whole everybody coming together, I feel like that's where we kind of because somebody on the show decided to spread some wrong information, and then my part, I will take responsible for that part too, because I should have went back to Jay and be like, hey Jay, I heard you said this, was this true? But I didn't. I just kind of like, okay, because it's so hard for me to trust you, but that's the thing, it's just hard. Ever since I've been growing up, it's hard to trust people. So if I like trust you and I'm talking to you, hey, this is this, and I feel like you've done me wrong, I would just cut you off and never speak to you again. And that's just who I am, and I'm trying to get out of there. I'm really trying to like get out of that.
It's hard. It's hard to grow out of our old ways, and especially when it comes down to trusting people. I mean, you can't fault you for not trusting, but you also want to learn to trust again.
Right.
So, you know, just don't let things like this ruin your experience with fashion. Don't let this experience ruin your outlook on working with other people, other fashion designer stuff, because people like you and people like them need one another. I don't see why y'all can't get it to work out. Really, along the way, somebody's being petty and ratchet as fuck, and it's obvious. And I wish that y'all would just start calling it out in the confessionals, saying who is what, because even though it's drama, won't nobody be able to get to the bottom of it if we don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, oh, somebody said so and so and so and so. No, call it out there. What's the name said and lying to Jay Moore into some bullshit, and I told him Nico's a fucking liar. Just break it down so that Nico can see it and be like, no, this is what happened, and then at the end we can watch it all. It all comes together, and we can see who was lying. So I just got done watching episode 1, and what do you know? I saw a side of you that I'm not used to seeing, Drew.
I know. It seems like every time you're around, I'm upset. I'm not sure why. Every time you're around, it's like Drew's upset. Damn.
Yeah, Blade was like, do I bring out the ratchetivity in everyone, or is it always something going on?
Fucking not. Girl, get out my face. Because the bitches on your show.
Because at the end of episode 1, it's got me ready to watch the beginning of episode 2, because I see that you were about to get into a fight with one of the other cast members, and it was about to get like real physical, and it was a housewarming. And so instead of getting to know each other, y'all was throwing blows.
Exactly.
What happened with that?
It was just a lot. But if y'all want to see it, just look on episode 2. Stay tuned.
I mean, I feel like they're going to see it, but they still going to have questions. They're going to want to know why the fuck was y'all in here fighting.
I know. Ask KL. It was probably the drink that he gave me. Ask KL. He was the one. Ask KL.
Was it Trey Vodka?
I'm not sure it was something. He was serving hot drinks. It was probably the drinks. It was probably the drinks.
Blame it on the
we're going to blame KL. We're going to blame KL and the alcohol,
Okay. Well, damn.
It was a lot,
So I want to know, did you and this cast member get to the bottom of it, or is it still an ongoing beef? Y'all know they be like on site. I mean, every time I see you, I'm going to whoop that ass. Is it like that? Or y'all good?
Stay tuned.
You're going to have to watch episode 2. I knew he was going to say that. Anyway, that was petty. That was petty, Drew.
It was a lot.
I also wanted to know a little bit about your upbringing. I know you say you grew up in Jamaica, you have family in North Carolina, and you relocated to Atlanta a couple months ago for the fashion industry. So I want to know, what is the difference in culture in the way that it is here and there? Because I did notice in the episode 1 you were talking about the way that like shade and drama, those is fighting words, and it actually does make sense, because if you're up against a real motherfucker and you're trying to start some shit mentally, I'm thinking like I'm going to want to have to fight too. I had to grow out of that as well. So, I admire to see you was growing out of that, but explain a little bit about that.
Well, growing up in Jamaica, it's very different than the United States. It's very different. I guess back there, when you first meet somebody, they're like very nice. I don't know if you've been through this, but when you first met them, they were very nice, welcoming and stuff. But back home, it's like that. They're not going to automatically, I don't like what you're wearing, bitch. What is that? What is that? Is that? How much you pay for that? It's not like that. Like nobody's just going to walk up to you and just start throwing shade for. Just like you have to you have to physically done something to somebody for them to actually give you this negative.
So they're not judgmental.
So it's not like that. So that's the way I was taking it. So I wasn't trying to fight anybody. It was just coming off because I'm like, okay, you're talking to me in this manner. It's like, okay, I'm on defense. Okay, it's time to fight.
Yeah,
okay.
You're clicking the warrior.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, what are you trying to do? Like, you don't know me, but you're throwing shade at me. Like, what are you trying to do? You trying to impress someone? Like, what are you trying to do? Exactly. So that's just how I took it. I'm not sure that's what they wanted to do, but that's how I took it. Because that's I've never been in any situation where it's like, oh, I'm just going to throw shade at this person. Okay, I'm throwing shade because I know this person. It's like, if I'm going to throw shade, I have to know you personally and then not fuck with you for me to throw shade at you. You know what I'm saying?
I understand. So it's kind of like writing people off. I think that we can be a bit judgmental over here like that, and also over analytical of everybody, and just quick to write somebody off because of the way they look or how they act. So I do understand that. It does make sense. So that explains why you was up in this bitch ready to break it down.
Basically. Basically.
Well, actually, now that I got you here and we're talking about it, I've always been very interested in the differences between, different cultures, and particularly in Jamaica, too. I call myself a Jamaican. I love that type of music and that vibe. So, I wanted to know, like, some more differences. Like, for instance, the dating life, the dating scene, the possible suitors in Atlanta, and how it is being a gay person in Atlanta versus being gay and dating in Jamaica.
That's a good question, actually. So I'm not sure what it's like to even date a gay person in Jamaica. When I was there, I was very young, so I wasn't dating and all that stuff. I left there when I was probably like 10 years old, so I wasn't dating and all that. Just know when I was there, and I was very like, because I've grown up, I was very like feminine and stuff. But it's because I didn't know I wasn't even gay at the time. It was just people just calling me a faggot. This, you're that. Why is he acting like? Why is he walking like a girl? Because I walk in the tip of my toe. So it's like, why is he walking on his toes? Why does he talk like that? So it was always stuff like that. But when I was young, I was like, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? I'm like, I thought it was just being like a regular fucking person. But then I guess growing up, like now I'm like, okay, I'm not like I'm not like the other not feminine, but like masculine guys. I'm not like, not super masculine. I'm more on the feminine side. And so I guess that I see what they were saying, but I don't see what's the problem.
Do you feel more comfortable in Atlanta being feminine?
Yeah, I think, I believe so. I've never had anybody down here actually call me up for being a faggot down here. So I think I've never.
Well, you will. You fight one. That's the first thing they call you.
I don't think I've had any encounter with anybody call me a faggot down here. Nothing like that. I haven't.
Well, do you think that the homophobia in Jamaica has anything to do with the history of it? Because I hate to go there, but it's like the history.
Oh yeah,
the buck breaking in Jamaica.
Right.
So I think that's a part of where the shame comes from.
Because I actually just found that out too the other day. Somebody was telling me, I guess back in the day, whenever I guess in slavery, I guess the masks would like rape them and stuff, take them, and it was somewhere in the Caribbean.
The biggest, strongest man, rape them.
So I guess that's where all of it. So I guess that's where all the whole homophobic stuff came from.
That's why I wish that in a way we have that in common, because it's one of the issues that went on over here too, and something about us as a people. We went through the things we went through all over the place. Right. So that's why I think personally people should stop denying history and start trying to get to the bottom of it. That way some of the deeper rooted issues can start to be addressed. Right. But so you do feel comfortable here. I
do feel comfortable. I don't think I've actually feel like uncomfortable for being gay in Atlanta. I don't think I've ever felt like uncomfortable.
Well, it's like a gay mecca. It's a lot of gay people here, and you feel very comfortable in that home. So it's just a very gay place to be. It is what it is. Hey, you're gay, come to Atlanta. The gay TL. But so what about love? Have you been dating? Do you see yourself getting married? Or you have, like, what is that going on? Because that could be complicated in Atlanta too, with all the different gays. There's some pros and cons to that here. It's hard to find love.
It's very complicated. Since I've been down here, it's like I don't think I actually went on a date with anybody. You meet people out, people give you their numbers and stuff. But it's like, I hate, because I stopped giving my numbers out now, because it's like, you meet somebody and then you give them their number, they text it for like a day or two, very consistent, and then all of a sudden they stop. It's like, I need somebody consistent. I need you to be consistent. If you like me, show that. I don't like that. And then with that, the whole inconsistent stuff, I don't like that. And then not only that, when you meet somebody, it's like they're always trying to have sex with you. It's like, okay, like, what's going on? Is there a sex symbol like in my forehead saying I want to have sex with you?
A bunch of freaks.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I get down too sometimes here and there, but it's like all the time, all the fucking time. It's like, damn.
Well, do you want that consistency of a partner?
Well, I need somebody like, for me, for a relationship. So I kind of have this stuff. I've got it written down and everything. Okay. The right guy for me, I need somebody consistent, somebody smart. I need somebody mellow who's gonna bring me back to zero because I'm the turn up type. So I need somebody who's gonna bring me back to zero. Okay, he's having a bad fucking day. I'm gonna go have a seat over here until he calms the fuck down. I need somebody like that. I need somebody super interesting, super sweet, like. Somebody just all around like a good person. Good person. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I hope that you find him. I do think that he's out there. I just don't know where the fuck he's at.
Exactly. Lord, where is he? I've been looking, but I haven't found him yet.
All right. So, Drew, DMs open? DMs open? Are the DMs
open? It depends on what you said in the DMs. I may respond, I may not.
They said it goes down in the DM, okay? And not the DMV, the ATL. Well, I think that was very interesting. I look forward to seeing you and your growth and looking to see some of the shit you say behind the scenes of your green screens, because something tells me that you're going to really tell them how you really feel in the confessionals.
I tell it to your face too, not just the confessional. I'll tell it to your face too.
Well, you do. That's why all that shit be going on. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, for tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all watch season 2 of Fashionaires of Atlanta. Episode 2 is coming up. It's going to go down. You're going to want to see how Drew handles conflict. Okay. Also, a shout out to Perfect Population, who designed this jacket. Isn't it beautiful? We're kind of coordinated, though, even though we didn't do it on purpose. But yeah, you like that right there. That's going to be exclusive. It's a sneak peek. But you can't get that right now. But what you can do is subscribe to OMS TV, subscribe to Ratchet Today, and don't be ratchet, okay? Because I'm coming after you. And we're definitely going to get to the heart of the matter.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
Shit, you had me. Shit.
Hey! Make sure you get into Trey Baca, the sponsor of this episode. Follow them on IG at WeSipTrey. Get you a sip, because that's what we sipping on.